and welcome back to another new edition of Windows on Current Affairs. And today we open the file of the healthcare. Of course, today we're going to be talking about Egypt's leading experience, an experience to be taught to the neighboring countries and to the whole world when it comes to the health experience. The health file in particular is a very leading experience, an excellent experience that is led by Egypt when it comes to 100 million lives, and the plasma also initiative that was initiated and was taken all over the country. We're going to be talking in detail about that leading experience and how fascinating is it, how inspiring also to be taken at a very little time as usual, according to directives of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. Very short time and amazing success. Of course, we're going to be talking about that particular experience with Dr. Dina Abdulhafiz Mohammed Al-Gharabawy, and she is a researcher and a physician. Good evening, Dr. Gharabawy. How are you doing?
I'm fine, I'm fine.
You're very welcomed here.
Thank you so much.
Of course, today we're going to be taking a closer look over the successful experience or the successful Egyptian experience in the health file.
Yes, true.
It was renowned and recognized by everyone who is observing the situation in Egypt.
Sure.
The health experience or the health file experience was taken earlier, not only this year, but earlier before.
Yes, sure.
100 million lives was taken. The coronavirus and the leading experience of coronavirus compared to other countries. No matter how devastating the whole world was going through some stages, and even when the stages were critical in Egypt, we never went to the sink of to the bottom of the sink.
Yes, sure.
We were holding our hands up high, and we overcame the challenges in an amazing way.
Sure.
So let us first start by the coronavirus. Ever since the pandemic started, and Egypt have been taking its utmost precautions and applying the latest measures or the latest applications taken to be able to preserve the health of the citizens, and also setting awareness campaigns everywhere. Talk to us about Egypt's leading experience when it comes to the pandemic. How would you assess that experience?
Yes, sure. Firstly, it has been always a pleasure to be with you here at Nile TV International, Dina. And regarding the vaccination, corona, and the other stuff, actually, we've been through too much since 2020.
Of course.
It started by, remember this Thursday when we expected to have a normal Friday, and then everything went off. We are not allowed to go to school, no offices, no companies, no work, everyone will stay home, and we are researching our options till we come to the idea of we are staying home till we find a solution for this. So we stayed home for too much. It was an economical crisis all over the world. So that indicated the importance of the research, especially the medical research. And we have spoken too much about the other researches in education and the economic researches as well. But I think today is a good opportunity for us to highlight the efforts of Egypt to overcome the crisis of COVID. So it started by staying at home, and then we came to the part of, okay, let's take the precautions. Everyone will have the alcohol, the masks and the other stuff, so that we can make sure that we are taking care of ourselves and we are not infecting others. The social responsibility that we are not infecting other people in case we are infected. And then came the part of, okay, it's a disease. We came to the causing factor, which is a virus. We studied the virus. We know the cycle, the life cycle of the virus, and the infecting part. And then now we know that we have the vaccine. So actually, if the doctor or the researcher is working alone in a lab, I think we will not come to a result, because here comes the part of management and communication. So we need to make sure that we have a strategic planner just supervising everything, starting from the research part till applying how to get the vaccine delivered to everyone, literally every citizen, each and every citizen. So actually President Sisi was open to all of the initiatives, and I'm glad that like the young people were involved into the process. And here comes the part of the plasma campaign as well. So the vaccination campaigns, we found a lot of people, young people, providing solutions, the online solutions. We're not applying into, we are not going to a certain hospital to apply. No, we are staying home, and we noticed that everyone is using the social media and the other stuff. So there was a lot of social media campaigns of the healthcare sector, including hospitals, the Ministry of Health, and many other health providers, so that you can get a source, an online source of applying, so that you can get the vaccination. And then some people are vaccinated, some others are like, they don't believe in the idea of being vaccinated. So here comes
exactly. This is when I was gonna interfere and say there was some sector in society was totally opposing the idea of vaccination, and they were skeptical about it. They don't have enough information probably. They were reading some news over social media. Some people would die, or some people would have some harsh side effects. Some also come with chronic disease. Some are elderly. It is something new to us. We haven't experienced that before. So they had some reason. But I mean, the health ministry have succeeded in erasing all these fears. How did that happen?
Great, great. And actually, I was about to tell you about the part of the communication. I'm not interested to develop a fantastic prophylactic medicine or prophylactic treatment, but I'm not telling people like about the importance of that medicine. And even if I told you, okay, we have something like, it's gonna be, you will be young forever and blah, 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 you will not believe me until you see someone like working with you, someone sitting with us here in the studio saying like, I've been there morning, you know, and everything went okay. Like, you can check on me, I have no side effects and other stuff. So here comes the part of the media, like other than the social media, on TV, like on the bridges and other stuff, we have billboards and the public figures as well. Like we've got our favorite actor like sharing with us on Instagram and also on TV. On the like October Bridge, we can find our favorite model taking the vaccine, and like a pretty lady is not afraid of getting something.
And also some good examples of elderly who are going to the hospitals or centers to take their vaccination dosages. But let us also talk about the successful work that was done by the health ministry concerning the consultation before the vaccination, because people were very skeptical and they were really scared. So that was the moment they would enter those centers, they would come outside or come out totally different people. You asked them what happened, they said they erased all my fears away. How did that happen?
It was a piece of cake, yes, because actually before, I don't want you to be overwhelmed with the processes, how it goes with this healthcare providers, but actually no one can be involved in a campaign until they are very well trained, you know. So we've got trainers from the health sector. They are skillful regarding the communication skills, regarding also handling the resistance of the obsolete mindsets. So I got someone like maybe 62 years old, and this person has a chronic liver disease and many other stuff. So we collected the resistance factors. Like, okay, I can tell you that I'm an elderly person, 62 years old, and also I have a chronic liver disease. My wife has low immunity, and I'm afraid if I take the vaccine right now, she might be like affected by the process. So we've got a lot of complaints, and here comes the part of getting the voice of patients, you know, collecting surveys and getting a feedback, you know, from the streets here in Maspero, on like young people in the universities. You can collect feedback from people about like their opinion. Are you willing to get vaccinated or not? So if not, tell me why you're not interested to get the vaccination. Are you afraid or not? If you're afraid, so just tell me, like, why do you feel this? So getting into people's hearts, I care about what you feel. So it's not only about getting the injection into your vein. No, it's about, okay, you will do it and you will be happy doing that, and you will not be afraid doing that. So that's why it like the part of having a very skillful person.
And you will immune yourself against one of the deadliest
Yes.
pandemics worldwide.
Yes,
Which
yes,
is
sure.
most importantly
Yes.
the reason why you have to do it. But also the types of vaccines, you know, the culture of knowing about the different types of vaccines,
Yes.
choosing your suitable type of vaccine. The vaccine that is fit for the elderly is not the same one that is fit for the
Sure,
youngsters,
sure.
especially that the new pandemic could attack youngsters also at the same time.
Yeah,
I mean, it is evolving all the time. But Egypt even manufacturing the vaccines
Yes, yes, sure.
and producing it, and sometimes exporting it to other countries.
Yeah, sure. Actually, here comes the part of the leadership. Being self-led, and also I'm helping other countries to develop a technique for preventive medicine, like the case that we have the vaccination. So the firstly, we communicated with the other countries, because sometimes we need to make sure that we are getting the best out of the communication. Like, I'm communicating with UK, with US, with China. China was the focal point of the virus. So we needed to make sure that we are getting the feedback and the end result of the research, so that it can be easier on our end and faster on our end. So the communication with many researchers all over the world saved us energy, money, and directed us to the right pathway, right? So also here in Egypt, we didn't come to the solution, okay, I'm waiting for China since it's the faster way, they have the most violent generation of the virus, I'm waiting for their resolution, and here, okay, I'm good, just send me the resolution. No, we have a medical city, a pharmaceutical city. I'm not sure if you know about this or not, but President Sisi has like initiated the idea of having a medical city, and it was I'm not sure in which month, but it was last year opened, and we have a lot of people, pharmaceutical people, working on many projects there. So we have solved the unemployment issue of the pharmaceutical
providing,
people.
of course,
Sure.
job opportunities for pharmacists.
And here comes the part of providing the healthy atmosphere for you to be a researcher, developing a vaccine from zero level inside of your homeland in Egypt. So this helped Egyptian people to trust their pharmaceutical researchers. They are well equipped. They have a city for developing a vaccine, and President Sisi, the highest level of management in the country, is approving everything, giving money, giving fund, giving support, and giving I mean they have been in the mental status to be strongly to be strongly focused on developing a vaccine. So it didn't take too much time. Firstly, we came to the communication part, supporting the pharmaceutical people and researchers, I mean, and also giving them the facilities or the assets. we have a city, we have the place, we have the consultants from all over the world, and then we came to the part that, okay, we come to the vaccine, what to do with the Egyptian people so that we can convince them to take the vaccine. So we will get back to the part of the media, the social media, and getting the public figures, ministers, even like the elderly people in specific areas like in Sinai and many other stuff. They idolize an elder person of 60 years old. They idolize their word of mouth. So if like Mr. Let's say Gharabawy of Sinai said, okay guys, we have now like 60 young people in the area. Okay, we will all be vaccinated today. Okay. So I think we solved the issue of the mindset as well.
Of course, but let us again go back to the manufacture of the vaccine, which is very important.
Yes.
In a very little time, again,
yeah, I'm sorry, okay.
Egypt succeeded in manufacturing one of the, or many types of vaccines, unprecedented qualities that compete and even might be, competing with the other types.
Regarding the
and
quality,
that was proven. That was proven.
Yeah, sure.
Egypt manufactured quite good quality of vaccines that were applied and being used, and that saved the country a lot of money.
Yes, sure.
Importing the vaccine.
So the main idea of the vaccination is to get the infective part of the virus, developing like a very weak generation of this particle, and then injecting that into veins. And how we can measure or notice the success of a vaccine: I'm taking the vaccine, I'm developing weak symptoms similar to the symptoms, the major symptoms of the virus, and then in less than 3-5 days I'll be okay. I think in Egypt the people who tried the vaccine or who are actually vaccinated using the Egyptian product, the Egyptian vaccine product, actually they didn't develop symptoms at all, or even developed symptoms for 1 or 2 days. And then they have been into the crowds, they've been to work, to university, to like the crowds, you know, and we are not developing symptoms anymore. So this is a main factor of measuring the success of the vaccine. And by the way, we have statistics. You can visit the website. You will find that people are very impressed by the number of young people or even elderly people who are vaccinated with the Egyptian product of the vaccine. So I think we need to be proud of this. We need to be proud that we got to like a totally Egyptian product, and it's a medical product. Something came from zero level and made in Egypt, and it helped Egyptian people to be productive and also to be able to help other nations also. Yes, but at the same time, let's also talk about the capacity of hospitals, the efficiency of hospitals to be able to contain the cases. No reports of like in England we used to see that hospitals were overcrowded, and sometimes they did not accept cases. We have seen on media outlets how sad the situation was and how desperate they were. Things were falling apart. Amazingly, here in Egypt, when we went into the crisis, it wasn't like that at all. Yes, sure. Let me tell you something. In UK, they have to do things like as the book says. Here in Egypt, we've been through too much. It was a war in 1973, and we got Sinai back. It was another, like we've been like 2 revolutions in like less than 50 years, and we got back to on the track, right? So in Egypt, we noticed that like we don't have to go to the hospital to get the vaccine. Send me the person to my house and I will take the vaccine. Like there was a lot of like partnerships with corporates and institutes in Egypt, the big companies in Egypt, so that we can like get a lot of people. Like in Maspiro here, we have a lot of people working, so you don't have to go to the hospital. Just apply in the application form, the online form. You can write that you work in Maspiro. So, okay, people in Maspiro, we will send you like a car equipped, very well equipped, and people very well skillful, and you will get vaccinated. It's just an injection in the vein. It has to be, it's very easy, a piece of cake. So in Egypt, we didn't you know, specify the place of being vaccinated, and it's exclusive in the hospital. No. You can take it and like at your workspace. You can take it like in the portable car and like in the street. Like you can take it. By the way, people applied using their church identity and the mosque, right? And I think it was like all the institutes, corporates, like organization and everything. Like all the organizations were like or cooperated, so that we can make sure that everyone is participating, and we are getting the 100% engagement, you know. That's why. So here comes the part of, okay, in UK it has to be like, okay, I need the medication, I'll go to the hospital or the pharmacy. Okay, the pharmacist might help me, but here I'm not asking people to go and get the vaccine. The vaccine
reach out
will
to them.
come to you.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's move into, I wanted to talk about 100 million lives, because it's very dear to the heart of every Egyptian. But before we do that, we have also to talk about amazingly new rising initiative, which is donate your blood, donate your plasma.
Yes, yes.
And be positive.
Yes.
It's such an amazing slogan.
Yes. Thank
Plasma,
you so much.
a lot of awareness, because it is very inspiring to see the Egyptian people and citizens know about that particular very important element, and caring to donate their plasmas when they never cared about these things.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Yes, sure. Actually, I'm very proud. Personally, I'm very proud of the young people who initiated the campaign of Donate Your Plasma, because we've been through too much with Donate Your Blood. We've been through too much. But actually, plasma, this was like a specified campaign for causal treatments. So here comes the part of prophylactic medicine or preventive medicine. Like, you know, people who have...
How important first is the plasma? If you would give us, as a doctor, as a physician, the definition of a plasma to the viewers.
Yeah, good. Okay, so plasma is a component of the blood. Okay, we have now a bag of blood, like the bag of blood that you donate. It is separated into many components: red blood cells, white blood cells, and plasma. And plasma as well, if we have a bag of plasma, the part that we donate right now, we have proteins and many factors. The part that we are targeting in this campaign is called clotting factors. What is clotting factor? What is clot? A clot means like if I bleed, if like I have a cut in my hand right now, the clotting factors help me not to bleed too much. Yes.
It won't be continuing to bleed.
Yes, sure.
Oozing is going to happen.
Oh, yes, oozing, yes, sure. So what happened is we've got a lot of people born with hemophilia. Hemophilia is a bleeding disorder. Like if you are bleeding, you will continue to bleed. There is no blood cessation, bleeding cessation. The bleeding will not stop because they miss the clotting factors in their plasma, and the plasma is in their blood. So how we can treat all of this? In the past, before Donate Your Plasma, we used to donate our blood. So we are giving them our blood, injection into their veins. It takes the blood takes time for the circulation, and it takes some time sometimes for their body to absorb the plasma. So now, no, we are giving you the plasma. and we are giving you the specific factor, which is the clotting factor that you are missing. So it's very fast, it's faster than
Is it missing
expected.
in every person or missing in some people?
Some
who lack
people
it?
who are, it's hemophilia is an inherited disease. Inherited means like it comes from the family. It like my mother has hemophilia, maybe I will have hemophilia,
Exactly.
or my father.
But the importance in general, all in all, about the plasma, it has other uses also. It's very healthy.
Sure.
How? What other uses could be beneficial to us?
It's
from plasma?
countless. It's countless. You can use it for, by the way, we've mentioned something about the treatment, hemophilia, and people are being treated and stuff. We can use it to let our hair grow healthily, okay? We can use it for our, you know, the liver cancers, the kidney cancers. Plasma is like, okay, I'm being young, I'm being active. I have the proteins that keeping me like energetic and active and stuff. So I'm acting like I'm 20 years old and I have like all energy in the world. So if I have plasma, this means like I will have like bleeding will not happen. I will have fast regeneration in my body and the cells, and it can happen on the treatment side and also on the cosmetic and the other you know like the cosmetic stuff. So actually I think that plasma will solve most of the emergency medicine diseases. Like I'm giving you the specific exact factor that you're missing. And by the way, Egyptian people have like a lack of the awareness of the importance of proteins in our blood. So we get a lot of meat, a lot of, you know, Eid al-Adha. A lot of people are eating meat and other stuff. So we need proteins. But actually, excessive protein intake will not lead to having a healthy body. So if we are donating the plasma, especially from young people, so we are getting the proteins that can help our body and be directed to the specific disease that elderly people might have. So donating your plasma is good for me as a young people for blood regeneration. If I'm losing plasma, my blood will generate new plasma proteins and clotting factors and other stuff. So it's good for my blood circulation and, you know, the regeneration of the blood cells and blood proteins. And also on the other side, what is excessive on my end is missing on someone else's end. So what is excessive on my end, I can donate to my grandmother, my even like my neighbor who's elderly.
Probably someone who I do not know.
Yes.
Someone who is in dire need for it in other cancer hospitals.
Yes.
Or some chronic disease hospitals.
Yes.
It is very inspiring, like I earlier said, but also the awareness at a very little time that was set, the campaign of awareness concerning the importance of plasma.
Yes.
And how should we be able to donate because it helps others.
Yes.
Was spread quickly amongst Egyptian citizens.
Yes.
That is successful in its own right.
Yes.
Because it's not only medical, I mean, services, but also cultural and awareness services about health.
Actually, I always believe that everything comes from within. If I feel that I will help someone today, I will think that I have blood. I have a smile to give to other people. I have a positive energy to share with other people. So that's why, like, it was initiated by young people. Yes, it was approved by the presidency, the management, and the strategic planners and other stuff. But I feel like the idea of having the campaign itself was a great idea of giving, the importance of giving. I'm giving not because the person who I give needs me. I'm giving because I need to give. So I think this is a message itself. Like, the campaign is a message, and start by yourself. Like, start by yourself. You can really start by yourself. By the way, you can have like a chronic disease that prevents you from from donating your plasma, but you read the sentence of start by yourself. So I think it's a message by its own. And I'm really glad, again, I'm very, very proud that this advanced prophylactic medicine and preventive medicine is applied in Egypt. So by the end of the day, all of us are getting into a circle. On like the psychological level, it's something, we are giving each others, or we take it, so it's something like win-win situation. And also we are taking care of our elderly people. You mentioned something really, really decent, which is I'm donating something that I have to a person that I don't know. So I'm saying good morning to the day with the intention of giving something that I have to someone that I don't know.
And saving their lives.
Yes, and saving their life.
Let's talk about the founders of that initiative. There are a bunch of youth.
Yes, of course, like university students and university fresh grads. So I feel like, okay, I feel like I needed to be involved into such a
Those
campaign.
are the youth we're talking about. This is the outcome of the stages and a sequence of encouragement and boost and empowerment by President Abdel Fattah Sisi that was initiated years back, 7 years or 8 years back. He started off and he had a vision that if I empower and enforce those youth, something amazing and inspiring is going to get out of them. And this is where here we are, having one of the most leading experiences and setting an initiative that is outstanding, unprecedented, saving other people's life while you're staying home.
Yes, sure. So actually, I'm really glad that we've got the opportunity to express ourselves and to come with ideas. Again, it comes from within. If I feel like I'm depressed and I'm suppressed as well, I live in a country that my voice is not heard, for sure I will not come with any ideas, disregarding amazing or not. But actually, young people were like attending conferences and listening to the voice of the higher management in social media on their platforms, so they felt empowered. We felt like, okay, I can comment to the president of the country on Facebook, and by the way, my comment can be taken into consideration. If I have an idea, I don't have to go to the palace of the president and share, okay, I want to meet someone who's very, very busy and important. No, I can share it on social media and the president will see it. So I think the part of support and the part of also listening, I'm listening to you. Either it's important or not, you are important to me. You as a young person is important to me. You are an asset, and I'm treating you as an asset. And here comes the part of investing in the asset of young people. And here we come. We've got the plasma, which is a very advanced prophylactic medicine.
Inspiring one. We only have like less than 2 minutes. We need also to touch over the ongoing success of 100 million lives.
Yeah, sure. So actually, I think all of the Egyptian people have been involved into such a campaign because it was dramatic and tragic that in each and every Egyptian house or Egyptian home, we have someone infected with virus C, and it was tragic. So now, okay, part of the solution is to make sure that I'm aware that I have a problem, I have a health issue. So it was something impressive that we collected a statistic of all of the infected people in the country. And again, you don't have to go to the hospital to approach the treatment. It's firstly for free, and we will approach you. We know your data. You've been to a hospital or a doctor so that you can get the test, and you knew that you are positive. So there were like in the main squares like Tahrir Square and the Ramses, and even in New Cairo, everywhere, Giza, everywhere, and Upper Egypt, the villages and Sinai, the desert, everywhere. You got the equipped car with very skillful people ready for you to take the like it was 2 stages: diagnosis. Of course, to diagnose someone like a patient, we need to go through the part of investigations and lab tests. So it was for free. So if you have a family and you've got a lot of expenses, bills, and people like your kids are going to school with expenses, okay, you don't have to worry. Just go to the nearest equipped car, and we will take care of it from A to Z for zero cost, at no cost.
As we used to see
Yes,
last
yes,
year.
yes.
Unfortunately, we ran out of time, but on that
Okay.
very inspiring note, on every corner of the street, there is a 100 million lives
Yeah.
coach that is awaiting us
Yes.
to be able to give us health services and examine us. Dina Gharabawy, the researcher and the physician, Dr. Dina, thank you so much for coming over.
You're welcome.
That was really nice talking to you about very inspiring and leading experiences over taking over the health file in Egypt. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Dina. You're
And all the best to you. And I guess this brings us to the end of this edition of Windows and Current Affairs. Many thanks to all of you. Until we see you once again next week, that's a goodbye.